Greetings, viewers. This is A Vision Entertainment once again, and we have a special show tonight. We have the one and only legendary Philly group, Untouchables. Please welcome the crew that cannot be stopped, cannot be matched, the Untouchables. You know, with everyone coming from different areas, how did the group originally form?
Well, from what I remember, they practiced about me. We was dancing, me and JJ and Richard Allen projects for a minute, just moving around the city, downtown, little stuff like that. But my cousin he came up a little bit later after us, but somehow we was hearing about them, they was hearing about us, and then my cousin like, you know I dance, whoop whoop whoop. I said, yeah, it was in the family. So, you know what I mean? So him and his group was doing everything. They came right behind us, they was right up there. They was doing everything all over the city, doing what they do. And then we kind of like, Terrence, you could piggyback on what,
Yeah, it was when I was living down across from Blumberg Project, that I had moved, to Montgomery Townhouse with my Aunt Darlene. And at this time, Rodney was, dancing all, around there, and I used to, do my little thing, and Zaki and Tyree, they came and was like, yo, this boy want to challenge you and dance. So I'm like, yeah. So I went around there, and I think Man Ride challenged, a couple minutes or whatever. I'm like, oh yeah, and then we started, getting cool and became like, a little group or whatever the case may be. And then we used to always see Zeke lived across from me, and Zeke used to be out there dancing and stuff like that. And we used to be like, Dad, who this boy right here? Cause he was out there killing it. And then one day, we went over like, yo man, you dancing? Like, yeah. It was like, you want, be a part of our group? And he was like, yeah. And so then we, started like, rehearsing, in between me and his house in the grass, flipping and coming up with different little routines and stuff like that. And Zeke, then we was like, what, had to come up with a name. We was like, non-stop. That was our, our name or whatever the case may be. And just started doing, little local talent shows and little community events just around the way, just trying to get a little buzz. Yeah. So.
So just to piggyback off of what Terrence was saying, and my cousin Brady.
We cousins, right?
Yeah, it's my cousin Brady.
That's right, Brady, right? Cousin.
So I'm originally from Richard Allen Projects, and moved from Richard Allen to 20th from Montgomery, which we call a UBE. And that's that's how I met Terrence and Zeke. Actually, it was you and Lonnie that was my twin brother that was supposed to be dancing together.
Oh yeah.
And then I heard about that, and I was like, all right, well, we're gonna practice. So Lonnie he didn't really want to practice, so I befriended Terrence, and then we became friends, and we started dancing, and we heard about Zeke, and we was actually gonna jump Zeke.
Yeah, and me. And me. That was they thing.
For what? Y'all had a little
It's for nothing. Just for nothing.
We're gonna jump you into the UBE.
Just for nothing.
For nothing.
So then, but we went over there, it was like Zeke was just like cool. He was older than us. He was just a all great guy, and then his family. So we joined, right? So to push it along, how we connected with my cousin, Get Loose and Footloose. That's what Brady and JJ was called. We had a discrepancy and non-stop, and they put me out.
Yeah.
So I called Brady, was like, yo, I want to join y'all group. So Brady said, man, look, just come down here and we'll talk it all out. So somehow, because Terrence and Zeke did look up to Brady and JJ. So that's how I got them down Richard Allen. So we went down Richard Allen, and he's like, well, look, man, we might as well get all together. I was like, well, since nobody can mess with y'all and nobody can mess with us, we can just call ourselves the Untouchables. So that's how the name, came about.
No, the name Untouchables. No, the name Untouchables came about. Remember, we did the Block Party tour With your your mom had the station wagon, and remember and we
And orange buggy.
your mom had the station wagon, and we had that record, and we was going around to all the block parties and jumping out, and like, yo, can we dance? But everybody was like, what's your name? We was non-stop, Get Loose and Footloose, until we went to my mom's house. Up in
we did your mom block party.
We did my mom block party, and she was like, "What's y'all names?" And she had a little salsa in her, and we was like, "Get Loose, Footloose, and Non-Stop." And then she was like, "My son and them going to dance." It was like the Untouchables. That's what it was. And then from there, the Untouchable name it just stuck because we keep going by two different names when we now in the group.
Right.
But we did. That's when. And then after that, it was just cause nobody touched us. Like we was
Not even now.
Yeah, not even that.
Well, yes, I'm saying y'all still have it. So
Yeah.
it's crazy because the story y'all telling me, we all from the same way, but I never knew how. That's why I'm asking, how did that actually happen?
Right.
What year was that? Whoever, if you can remember, what year did y'all?
That was a.
When Rod went down there, the projects and came,
Rod, that was like 90.
That was a little early.
90, like 90, 91, like that, Because we was still in, because when we did that, we was all, well, me and Rodney, I think, was still in, we was still in high school. Yeah, we was still in high school at the time, and then it's just another thing, when we became like the Non-Stop, we definitely got to give a shout out to Haywood.
That's my next question. Go ahead.
Haywood was Rodney went to Strawberry Mansion. I went to Ben Franklin.
I was at Mansion at first, then I went to Franklin.
And they had the remember the joints called the Showdown.
It was a talent show.
It was a talent show.
I was in Mansion at the time.
The Showdown.
You speaking on Haywood, right? Which is crazy because I was going to say, like, who was the person who actually saw something in y'all and took a chance on y'all?
Haywood.
It was Hay.
He was one of the first ones.
Haywood was definitely one of the first ones because when we, like I said, when they had the big talent show at the Strawberry Mansion called the Showdown, and Rod was like, we got, do it. Like I said, me and Rodney, we not working. Zeke was working at the time, and remember Zeke bought our first uniform. Zeke bought our first uniform.
Was it jumpers at the time?
No, we had some white shorts, some black and white shirt, and remember, I was the only one wanted the band. Remember, I wanted the band there.
We got it from Franklin Mill.
Bugle Boy. Remember the store Bugle Boy? That's where we got it from. What was it? The whole outfit was $20 a piece. And we did the and then Haywood, we asked him to manage us, and he was like, if y'all win the Showdown at Mansion, I'll manage y'all. So we was like, all right,
y'all won.
And we won, and we came back on the block. He was out there. He was like, yo, we won. He said, meet me here tomorrow at this time, and we met him there, and he took us down. He took us to the old gallery.
Yeah, the gallery.
The old gallery.
No.
No, Oak Tree. There's a store called Oak Tree in the gallery, and he took us down there and was like, ball out, get whatever y'all want. like get whatever y'all want. And we went in there and got all kinds of stuff.
Our second manager was Big Bob.
Yeah, Big Bob. Shout out to rest in peace,
Big Bob.
Yeah, he took care of us.
Yeah, they took care of us, man. But Haywood was the one that started.
He was the one that actually started.
Yeah, Haywood.
And our third manager was Sabir.
Sabir.
Yeah, but Brother Sabir, he was connected with Little Troy. Was working for him, and Little Troy, he was in the group Too Many, which was under the whole record label with the youngsters and all of them. And then later on he became a consultant for Eve, and then he became Lady Gaga's manager. But he went on to do a lot of great things. But Sabir and him, and then Charlie Mack.
So y'all went to Charlie Mack too?
Charlie Mack.
It was a few pillows that took care of me.
I think Charlie Mack came looking for us when he connected us with Boys II Men and stuff.
Yes.
Charlie Mack connected us with Boys II Men for that video. for the right.
And he actually owed, and then what happened was when he made the connection, he actually owed my cousin Wanye from Boys and Men,
Yeah, well-
owed my cousin Brady a favor.
Well, that's, we'll get to that, but, it was a few pillars that took care of the group. Now, when man JJ, just to, you know, laugh what y'all were talking about, when man Jay was coming up, it was a few people that horned out, that made sure we was all right and get into no stuff. They let us get the recreation center. I gotta give a shout out to these few people. Miss Virginia Wilkins, Frankie Sturgis, these are all the people that had something to do with man JJ.
That was connected, yeah.
Yeah, Keisha McCoy,
Mr. Butch.
Mr. Butch, right?
Mr. Butch,
Mr.
Mr.
Butch.
Butch.
Oh, yeah,
Shout out to
Butch,
Mr.
yeah.
Butch. He looked out. He made sure we had somewhere to rehearse all the time. Gave us a center so we could have a talent show, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of people there. And Mr. Holly Stan.
Oh,
These
yeah.
are the people.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
definitely, yeah, Howard for sure.
Yeah.
Howard for sure.
Both from the King Center,
Yeah,
from
both
Martin
from
Luther
the
King
King
Center,
Center.
22nd
Yeah.
Season Award. There was a lot of people that
Yeah.
contributed and helped Untouchables get to where we get, especially the King Center.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, because the King Center, we had, remember Pink came to
Yeah,
the
we had
King
Pink.
Center to,
The singer Pink came?
the singer
Yeah,
Pink
yeah.
came to the King Center.
Pink, Eve.
Yeah, yeah.
We
Zakia,
gonna
Zakia.
see, we're gonna say, oh, wow.
Yeah.
The tours and all that.
Yeah,
Apollo.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because a lot of people, like back then, we had talent shows that we organized together at the King Center, and like co-sign what Rodney was saying, we need to start bringing communities back together because they don't have that. They took away so much stuff, like where we united as, you know, like different communities, South Philly, North Philly, West Philly, Northeast, Southwest, and we all had talent shows where everybody was able to display their talents and stuff. And we all got along. It wasn't no craziness, and it was something to do.
Yeah, it was fun too. And back, we need to, I think we should just get back to that. Y'all should reach out and get back to that. With the
Yeah,
community.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Cause we used to go down to Bobby dances. That was the thing.
Bobby
We used to
dances,
be Bobby
yeah.
dance. It wasn't no fights down there.
No,
it was
wasn't.
everybody.
Yeah,
from
shout out Bobby
everywhere.
Dance. Bobby
Shout
Dance
out
looked out for us
from
too. Like,
everywhere. We used to go in
Yeah.
there, man. When we came through there, everybody, it was just all love. And we just made a circle. We danced, had fun. And Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, that's where we was at. The Untouchables and, you know, other little dance groups. That's when we was at Bobby Dances, you know, perfecting our craft and just having fun.
Wow. Well, how does the crew function as a family rather than just a team of performers?
For us, yeah, we all support each other.
yeah,
We've been
Yeah,
dancing
we
so
all-
long, it's like.
yeah. We don't even call each
bond.
other, you know,
Yeah.
friends or dance partners.
It's
It's a brotherhood. It's
Yeah.
40 plus years brotherhood.
Yeah.
We done been through, you know, disagreements, agreements, but when it was time to form for an event or a show, man, we get into it all the time. But I love these my brothers. We address each other as brothers.
That's just what it is. I think
Yeah.
when you with a group of people, you're going to have your differences.
Yeah.
Somebody might be a little headstrong than others. You know how it goes.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah. But still, the main thing is y'all still here.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
Doing
Yep.
things. And there's a fifth member, which is JJ. Shout out to
Shout out to Jay.
Yeah,
Shout out to JJ. OG Strong.
That's right.
That's right.
OG Strong.
What is the most memorable performance you have together? If you could think about any show y'all
We
went
gonna have to go down the line because I know I got one.
Everybody can give. Like, Bray, what's yours? Oh,
All right, I'll start. My most memorable that I can remember event that we did was when we got hired by Eve. So shout out to Eve.
Was it Powerhouse?
Yeah, it was the Powerhouse. It was 30,000. It was completely sold out as the Powerhouse, and to see everybody that showed love and you know, it was crazy. I'm still speechless. Like, yo, I can remember it so vivid. And we was up there, and our adrenaline was like on 1,000.
Yeah.
And we killed that joint, man. So shout out to Eve for giving us that opportunity, man.
Who reached out? Who actually? I'm gonna let you.
Oh, yeah.
let you go.
Okay.
Who actually reached out to the group to come to the powerhouse or to get with Eve? Who
Was it
called y'all?
Charlie Mack.
Charlie Mack?
No, it wasn't Charlie Mack.
No,
It was Lil Troy.
Troy called my cell phone at the time,
Okay.
and he didn't tell me who. You just for the powerhouse?
Yeah. Like how did y'all get the
We was
the
practicing.
job with Eve?
I remember we was practicing one day.
How we got with Eve, you
How
said.
did y'all get with Eve?
Okay,
Who made
yeah,
the phone call?
Little Troy called me,
Okay.
and when Little Troy called me, he was just saying it was just more about like choreography, and then he asked me, can you get a girl, like 2 girls, and can you get 2 guys? And I was like, okay, and then I was like, no, I'm gonna get the group. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's how that came about. But that actually really, she knew who she wanted. I'm gonna put it to you like that, because she was always at my cousin's house, sleeping on the couch.
She was there. She was Richard Allen, right?
No,
Oh, she
not
was
with
coming
Richard
down.
Allen,
She was coming down.
with E-Rex.
Yeah.
With
E-Rex,
E-Rex.
that's right.
But that's what, so she knew about us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And E-Rex would talk about us all the time, and then she knew my cousin Brady.
And shout out to Jen,
and, yeah,
her partner.
right. And then that's, so when I got the phone call after that, that's when I put it together, like how it all,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. Anybody else with a good
My
memory?
most memorable moment with the group was when we did the first Powerhouse with Shanice Wilson and
That's what I was gonna
Randy.
say.
Oh,
That was
okay.
my second.
Yeah, that was our first big thing right
Yeah.
there. That started everything off.
Yeah, that was big for you. That was a
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
when
Civic Center.
That was a civic
Civic
center.
school. Civic
That's the
Center.
old school. That's
Yeah.
the house. Yeah, tickets was $10.
Yeah.
It was $10.
Tickets was
It was
$10.
$9 because of the power.
Powerhouse $9.99.
Yeah.
Big
Wow.
$9.99.
Yeah, so that was really good.
Mm-hmm.
We got to experience everything that they do on stage and all the stage handlers. We experienced all of that. So that was my,
most memorable. That's why I was saying y'all been around. People don't understand like the Untouchables was from the golden era.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm telling y'all did some
Yeah.
things, man. Y'all danced for everybody. Let's talk about the Music Soul Child. I want to talk about so much like the Apollo. Let's just go to the Music Soul Child video. How did you actually get involved with Music Soul Child?
Yeah. So Music Soul Child, I was doing helping me and Mr. Holly was from 29th and Allegheny. We were Holly, was my mentor, and I would do artist development with him. And I was telling music managers at the time, I was like, yo, we do artist development. This is so forth and so on. Like we stage shows, put it together. So then that's how I got connected with that. And then he was doing For the Night, and they needed some some dancers, but it was going to be in New York. So they did this shout out for like auditions and stuff like that. I was like, no, I'm gonna bring. I told the director, I said, no, I'm gonna bring my guys up from Philly, the Untouchables, and he said something to Music, and Music confirmed it. And then we got up there, and that's how we did it.
Drove right to New York.
Yeah.
Y'all took that ride. Sometimes it was like that.
Yeah.
Took that ride.
And the video was at the Roxy.
The Rocks.
Oh, the old
Famous
the old
Roxy.
B Street. No.
With B Street.
B Street,
With
yeah.
B Street. It was at
Famous
because it's a skating ring. But I don't know if it's still a skating ring.
Because y'all
now.
was skating in the video.
Yeah, but it turned into a skating ring, but it was at
Wow.
the Roxy. Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing, man. Because do y'all have any of those connects today with like the same people like Music, Eve? Can y'all still talk to them to this day?
Yeah.
Still got the connects.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's dope, man. What does a typical rehearsal look like for your crew? Like we started rehearsal, how that look for y'all?
So Monday through Friday, as soon as we got off work. But I think with all those rehearsals, that's what made Untouchables who they are today. I mean, as legends, like we put in the work. We practice Monday through Friday, and we turned 5 members into like almost 20 members when we had the girls with us. Because we kind of grew into a conglomerate type dance crew. You know what I mean? And we had other events. That's when we started dancing with Rennie Harris at different events, and we got put on with Rennie Harris because they seen that work ethic. They seen he was practicing like
Plus,
I said, Monday through Friday till Kingston and closed.
Yeah, but when we we put in the work to rehearse, but we all knew each other like the back of our hands. So we could be on stage and we can have a flawless show, and we can have a show with got some little hiccups in it.
Right.
We know, but the audience, they would, they wouldn't even know. They wouldn't even know. And but we'll be like, yo, on the ride home or the next day, no, T, you supposed to went up with the right leg, you went up with the left leg. Like,
But they never knew.
No, nobody know. It was
Because y'all know how to clean it up. You clean it up real good.
it was But we got out there, we always,
And it's okay. We be having fun. So
we have fun.
You know what I mean?
too.
Sometimes we get so caught up in having fun. It's a little mess up, but don't nobody know.
Yeah, because nobody perfect. Somebody gonna mess up, somewhere.
Right.
Wow, listen, how was your health? And the reason why I'm saying this is because of the age that everyone on. How much do you guys like work out in the gym, or do you walk a lot? Because like keep that stamina, doing flips. Do y'all still flips and all? Like how is that with y'all, man? Like,
Well,
your health,
I can speak. I'm sure I can, but no gym. But all this dancing and twisting and turning, that's kind of builds you up, and then you eat.
Eat
right.
how you eat.
Yeah, and it forms you. It just forms you.
And all of us are still pretty much active too. We still dance. Brady and Rodney still dance. They're still active, like with Rennie Harris and different projects and stuff. I do comedy. Terrence do comedy. So you have to, being in the industry period, you have to take care of your body and take care of your health. So we're all still pretty much active. Like if somebody called us today, we active. All it takes is rehearsals.
Yes, sir.
So we still active. Ain't nobody out there that mess with us.
Nobody. That's why you're untouchable. Untouchables. I got to piggyback off of Z. Has Green and T-Dog. Being as though you did a transformation, you're still dancing, but what made you get into comedy? For you?
We all started like when we was on tour with Rennie Harris, and I would do impressions with Bernie Mac, Chris Tucker, and stuff like that. So Rodney and T-Dog, they kept saying, "Yo, man, you should do it." And even Brady, "Yo, man, Zeke, man, you funny. You ain't gonna say that on stage." So they kind of dared me. So I started doing stuff at the Laugh House with what's his name, Kevin Hart and Teray and stuff like that. And I was doing stuff like that to the point I was doing Def Comedy Jam finals with them guys and stuff like that. And it just inspired me. And my crew was always behind me.
If you can make 2 people laugh, you can make a whole bunch of people laugh.
Yeah,
And that's what
you can make them laugh, you good.
Yeah.
You can make them be laughing at everything.
We talking about the two, and then T-Dog, you also got into comedy. Like, what was that inspiration that made you get into it?
For me, it was like being around, going to comedy shows with Zeke, like us being on tour and stuff like that, and me just telling stories or just off the top, real quick, just joking and stuff like that. And everybody's always be like, "Man, you should get on stage." And for me, to get on stage dancing, I was comfortable because I had 4 other people with me.
Now you by yourself.
But now comedy, you up there by yourself, and if I mess up, it's all on me. If I'm on stage before other people and mess up, they got my back. So it was that, pulling teeth, like, is he going, and the one day I just, it was actually at my old job, they asked me to do, they had like a little town hall, and they asked me to do comedy there. And they had the president of the company was going to be there.
How did you do?
And I killed it, and he came up to me and he said, you should not be working here at this job. You should be he said, me and my family should be watching you on stage or even at a sitcom like that. And I was like, damn, I'm like, okay. And then I just started taking a chance, and with Zeke, when he have shows, he pull me in if he can, and sometimes I get on stage and overdo it, and they had to put, yo, bro, you was alright, but you was a little shaky. You was a little shaky.
What I like about y'all, and that's a good point you made. I like how y'all come together when, if T-Dog or Zeke, you got a show, you make sure everybody get up there and y'all do something together. Put a dance together. I think that's love right there. And then you got Hot Rod, he got calls where, come on, y'all going with me. Y'all always still be doing things together, and I like that. Because nobody doing that anymore.
I can honestly say, like a lot of celebrities and stars, they say, oh yeah, you know, Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy, and this person gave me inspiration. But I can honestly say, as a vet comedian, my inspiration was my group. Because you know, they kept pushing, yo, Hez, you funnier than him, you funny. And they stayed in my corner, they came to shows, everything. So I can honestly say my inspiration was my group. Was the group. I mean, that's how tight we are.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, thank you.
Wow, that's deep, man. If you all could start this group all over again, what are some things you do differently and some things you would change?
I wouldn't change anything.
I wouldn't change nothing.
Me, I honestly wouldn't change anything. I think our experiences, like I said, our brotherhood, everything, I wouldn't change one thing at all, man.
A lot of good came out of it.
Yeah, for me, I just think, like you said in the beginning, like we was ahead of the dance thing, right? Because when we was out and we was buzzing after we still was dancing, but now we're a little older.
That's right.
But then you had like Stomp the Yards and all them dance movies and stuff like
got
that.
Served and
you
all
got
that stuff
stuff was, you know, a lot of those things was, you know, and not, you know, we couldn't have went and auditioned for it and could have, you know, got the part or whatever the case may be. But at that time, we was all still together as a group, but everybody ventured off too and was doing their own projects as well. Yeah, independent stuff too. Yeah.
Wow, I still think it's amazing with the group because, and another thing, which Philly hip hop pioneers inspired you the most? Back in those days coming up, who really inspired you? Because it was a lot of dancing too. Kid and Play, Fresh Going Mid. No, they had group dancing groups, Larry Lab.
Yeah.
Who inspired y'all, you know, coming through at that time with groups?
I think.
I would say Larry Lab was one of them. I would say Schoolie D. Schoolie D
my
was,
cousin.
Schoolie D was one of them. Who else? Kid Play. Put Kid Play. They had some songs that made us move around.
Big Daddy Kane.
Big Daddy Kane.
Scoop and Scrap.
Yeah, Big Daddy Kane.
And Fresh Going Mid.
Heavy D and the Boys.
Yeah.
Heavy D and the Boys. They was. Yeah, man,
That's right.
The Heavy D and the Boys.
Philly, what's that? The Philly Floor Takers. With me, Philly Floor Takers. I knew one of the members. I went to school with one of the members.
The Floor Takers.
Before I knew who they actually were. So they was a big impact. The Flamingos, because they was some fly boys. They used to do their step thing, and I used to see them too as a kid growing up. So those you got to give it to some of the Philly steppers too.
Yeah, mine was the Philadelphia Floor Takers. Scanner Boys, which is Rennie Harris's group. Like they kicked it off everybody because they did the first Rap Fest tour, and then to bring it back to Philadelphia, and they had this big showdown and 30th Street train station. The Philadelphia Floor Takers, the Flamingos, the Steppin' Uniques, the Steppin' Hills, which my cousin Brady named. The Steppin' Hills was a group, a family group, that's what I would say.
You said Flamingos, you took it back. Flamingos. Wow. What's one thing you've learned about yourselves from dancing with this group?
Patience.
Patience, yeah.
A lot of patience.
Yeah.
And the means of communication.
Yeah.
That's what I would say. Yeah.
Patience and communication. That's deep.
And loyalty.
I think.
Loyalty.
There's plenty of loyalty.
Yeah.
Loyalty.
A lot.
Yeah. I and I'm not saying it. I know I've said it 1,000 times, but a brotherhood, man. Because I got family that's blood, but with my group, it was always like that. You know what I'm saying? Like we would argue, we had disagreements. You know, we laugh and joke on each other and stuff like that. But it's never got to a point where I never, you know what I'm saying? Like it was like Brady said, like loyalty. It was always loyalty. I ain't never go to another group or I just went to comedy and did that. I mean, because my brothers, they inspired me. So I think brotherhood. If I was to use it with one word, like what I got from my brother.
Yeah, brotherhood, loyalty, patience, and all of that.
Yeah.
How many years have the Untouchables been together from then till now? 26. How many years y'all think you're coming up on?
90.
It gotta be close to 40 years.
40?
Yeah, it gotta be close to 40 because I think I was 17.
High school.
Everybody
Everybody
was linking up with
everybody was
Rodney
high
and
school,
Terrence.
yeah.
They was only like 15, 16.
Yeah, we was young.
Yeah, we was young, right?
Wow, that's a minute.
And a couple years later, we linked up with JJ and Brady. They were older, but they was more experienced. They was popping. Like,
That's right. Their name was ringing
was nice.
on the projects. But I mean,
Yeah.
everybody knew about y'all.
Yeah, we heard about. I was like, nah, y'all, we gotta get with them boys. And then we wound up battling at first. You know, what I mean, they had to see if we was worth. You know, what I mean, see if we could hold it down.
We actually entered the same dance contest and didn't even know it. It was at a bar somewhere. I forgot what it was.
Yeah.
And we went, and that's when I first heard "Turn It Out" by Rod Bates.
yeah.
Rod Bates,
Oh, yeah,
would you
yeah,
turn
yeah.
it out? And I saw Brady and Get Loose and Footloose. My
No,
cousin
where was that ride?
I was
Different
like,
to ride.
yeah, I'm looking. I'm looking at them, and I'm like, dang, like.
They was moving like water.
I was
flowing.
like, yo, I never seen anything like that done before. It was different from me, because me, Terrence, and Zeke, a lot of our choreography was made up out of, like, it was dynamic.
Yeah.
Pretty dynamic because when we were watching, music videos, we seen, Scoop and Scrap and Big Daddy Kane doing these big dynamic movements, and we was mimicking that. Plus with like Heavy D and the boys with they like smooth choreography, then we mimic that, so that was, and then of course seeing like Kid and Play sliding under the, then us watching karate movies. So that was like what our whole thing was made up out of, and that was just nonstop at the time. But then getting with Brady and JJ, it was just it was a different dynamic in terms of when it came to like movement. So putting both of those styles together, became Untouchable.
Yeah, and just to piggyback off of what Hot Rod said, like with us, none of us went to dance school too. So we all, this is all, raw, straight from the streets of, payment, right? Like we didn't go 5, 6, 7, 8. We always danced off the beat. So we had dance routines, and somebody would say, yo, I want y'all to dance for us. We could take a routine that we did off of a Michael Jackson song and put it on somebody else, and we'll sit back and listen to the track and be like, oh, you hear that? Bah, bah. All right, and we'll speed the routine up or slow it down or maybe double up a count, and because that's how it was when we had the dance routine that we had off of Michael Jackson, one of Michael Jackson's songs. And then we went and auditioned for Shanice Wilson. We did that same routine off of Michael Jackson and put it with her song, and it went all the way to the line was wrapped around the corner, and Rodney was like, he saw Shanice come out there, because everybody it was probably about 500 people in line. The audition, she was only looking for individual dancers. And Shanice came out the bathroom, and Rodney's like, excuse me, I don't mean no disrespect, but listen, we're a group called the Untouchables. We the hottest thing around, and if you could just give us the opportunity for us to just show you what we got, you can pick us up. And she was like, wait right here. She went to the bathroom, came back out, and was like, y'all ready? Like, yeah, she went and said something to her mom. Her mom said, and we was at Point Breeze dance studio. We went in there.
Shout out Point Breeze.
They put that track on, and we all like we said, the kid, like our the brotherhood, and we all knew like, all right, boom, boom, boom. And we did it, and mom and them was like, yeah, we got our dancers. Go out there and tell them that the auditions is over. It was still 200 people still waiting. And then it was like, and that's how, like, So like I said, we didn't come from dance school. You know what I mean? We all got this, you know what I mean? It's just,
It was natural.
it was natural.
So how did you ever get like presented or just to go to a school? You know, did you ever want to go to the school or just like just keep it natural? We don't want to go to the dance.
Natural.
I was wanting to go
Natural, but you know
natural.
what? You know what? That's a great question.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you. We never even knew that it was schools that taught you how to dance until we got with Rennie Harris.
Oh yeah, there you go, that too.
We taught our first hip hop class together in Denver, Colorado at Boulder University, UC Boulder.
Shout out to Boulder.
All of us taught a class together. That was the first time we actually taught a class in higher education. But let me say this, being as though Terrence was talking about South Philly, this is one person who I have to give a shout out to, and I hope he see this, is Mr. Daoud Bey. Daoud Bey.
Shout out to Daoud.
Shout out Daoud Bey. He looked out for us too, doing a lot of stuff. Him and Big Scott.
Big Scott.
Big promoter.
Jay Fresh.
Jay Fresh, from
was a lot of,
Lehigh Ave, 24 from Lehigh. Yeah.
Ralph Warfield. It was a lot of here.
Because when we was like first starting off too, it was remember everybody used to do hair shows. At that time, and nobody wasn't dancing like modeling or whatever case may be. But shout out to Kurt and Sean from Second to None. Cause they was like one of the ones that, and they was like, cut our hair, had to dye and stuff in our hair, and then we came out and remember that time we did it at the right there, Broad and Watts. Used to be the NA.
Across from Giraffe? No.
Where the dances was at. No, they had the hair.
923.
923.
923, yeah. On that little block, right?
That little block, Watt Street. And when we did
His
that.
name was Bob too.
That's all
owner.
Caesar Beef. No, is it Caesar Beef right off of there?
No.
923.
No, that was off of Girard.
Giraffe, right across from
On
McDonald's.
Watt Street.
Watt Street.
Yeah, right there, okay.
Yeah.
Y'all came a long way.
Yeah, like I said, and then at that, we was doing all, we was just doing hair shows. Everybody was, calling us up like, y'all need y'all to do this.
Scooby Doo's was one of them.
Yeah,
Jigger. He does hair now and cut hair and all that and stylist for Tyler Perry. Out there in LA, he cut all of our hair for hair shows. We would do with Scooby Doo's, which was really famous. It was right around the corner from Jill Scott's house, and we would go there and then their hair shows with them, and a lot of people got to know us that way too.
Wow, from that way. See, that's what I'm saying. Y'all had a lot of connects. You know what I was thinking about for the whole group? Did y'all ever think about contract readings back then, or it wasn't on your mind? And do y'all know anything about the business now?
Yeah, we had. Go ahead, Cub.
It wasn't on our mind back then. And what's the next question you said?
Yeah, did y'all like the contract thing from back then? I know y'all didn't know about it then, but how about now? Do you know the business now?
Yeah, we know
in
the
the
business
industry,
now.
entertainment business.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah.
So that's how you learn too, because back then we were so like heavy into it, and it was just for fun and stuff. We was like the block parties, 29th Street and all that stuff. We was doing it for fun. But then as we got older and the gigs start coming in, like the hair shows we was talking about and stuff like that, and we was getting paid from them. Had we thought, like with the knowledge we have now, had we thought about it back then, we definitely would have had our own school, actually, because we was doing it on a consistent basis. It went from hair shows, or talent shows to hair shows to tours. So had we had that knowledge back then, or had somebody that was pouring that knowledge into it, we definitely would have been millionaires by now.
We did have a contract. Holly made us one.
Oh yeah.
And we did use that for. I was using it for a couple people, and he would always tell us, make sure that you get paid before. And then when you get there, make sure
he gave us our first contract.
He gave us our first contract, but then he made one for us, and I would use that. I think I may still have one, but we would use it all the time, for some of the stuff that we were doing. But now, to answer the second part of the question, Now if somebody try to come at us with something,
Yeah.
I got something for them.
Yeah.
I got something real nice.
like just piggyback off like that's what.
But major shout out to Holly because he actually helped us. I mean, our creativity was on a big level, but Holly was one of the contributors to what made the Untouchables.
Holly helped us with stage presence,
showed us how to form
and
one stage,
like stage presence and spacing and stuff.
Yeah,
like that.
spacing and coordination as far as our clothes and uniforms and stuff.
How to transition from
different types of choreography, like New Edition and stuff like that. So Holly Stain, he definitely taught us some stuff too as well.
So you said Holly, right? Holly
Holly Stain.
Holly Stain.
Is he still around?
Yeah.
He's still around. Yeah.
And today, 2026, what is your ultimate goal for the Untouchables beyond being known?
Honestly, I would like us. Well, we have been in talks about having some talent shows and stuff together, and Rodney is using his resources to kind of put some stuff together. So I would like to bring that back because now our kids is like running rampant, man. So we got to do something where we said like in the beginning, like to kind of bring some communities back together.
Because we got to slow these kids down some type of way. And believe it or not, these kids love to dance.
Yeah.
You know, they love to dance besides whatever's on the side of their mind. But all the dances they doing, these kids are actually doing it. They don't. They just don't know how to channel it to the right place.
And my vision, you know, what I would want for us, future-wise, is to show people, no matter what your age is,
Right.
you still can keep up with the best of them. But more importantly, just showing people how we are taking care of ourselves by doing like these, you know, 30-second clips, you know, 40-second clips of us just going in, moving, and inspiring up people that are our age and younger, and putting that out and promoting that, and the rest is going to speak for itself. I think if we come up with a game plan to do that, that's going to actually help what we want to do. Because Terrence keep telling me, you know, Rod, go ahead and just start it up where you are. Because with me being on council, I got the platform and the community to do it, and the space to do it. And I think, but I know if we do it, it would speak volumes.
Yeah, and just to people like what Rodney said, like doing different the clips of us dancing, right? Doing talent shows, you know, and just letting people see.
Keep going out there, keep letting people see you constantly.
Yeah, because it's like when they was doing the E-Matic challenge, right? Then you got everybody going on social media and they talking about all these different other local dancers, you know, about how they was this, that, but they, you know, didn't really, you know, mention us now when that dance, you know,
but
came
y'all was
out.
doing that.
But we took that particular dance, we took it all over the world.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Not just in Philly, you know, we was, you know, that was like one of the little fun dances that we did. Just, you know, wherever we went at and just, you know, BSing around, that was something a dance that we did.
That's a legend. Someone that made an impact globally.
That's right.
I mean, not just, you know, in Philadelphia or Pennsylvania, but we were legends because we were all over the world. We traveled. This man done been overseas. You know, this man done been overseas. So that's an impact. That's a legend. I mean, someone that's not just in one area. You know what I'm saying? Right. I mean, it's no disrespect to anybody that created those dances, but our accolades alone, you know what I mean, is speaks for itself. You know what I mean, the work we put in.
Especially when it comes to, when it comes to Philadelphia, and y'all, people's talking about dancing. Ain't nowhere in the world they can't mention, can't say our name. They gotta say the Untouchables.
And it's crazy because
they have to.
Everybody was in on it, but they don't know this the foundation right here, the Untouchables, you know?
Exactly.
This is what they mentioned.
Shout out to Tam, because I know she was holding it down
Yeah,
for us
Shout out
at
to
the
Tam,
Ematic.
yeah. Much love to Tam.
My sister always represented.
Yeah.
Yep. So for the people that don't know, the fans that just watching y'all, you know, because they're going to see this interview. What is the most untouchable thing about your group?
Again, the brother loyalty. You can go like New Edition, or any group you can name out there that's been through stuff. We've been through all of that stuff, and we still standing. We still, you know, we still got our limbs. That we was, we're not like we still active. We're not inactive. We still active.
And the what makes us untouchable as a group is that we're not stagnant.
Right.
And what that means is we're still moving in these different sectors and directions in the world under the umbrella of entertainment.
Yeah.
So, you know, we're still growing, and you know, just for someone, if I lost you there, just look at New Edition. Look at how when Bobby left, he went his way. Belle Biv DeVoe, Ralph Tresvant, Johnny Gill, they all left and went in these different directions and made platinum, double platinum albums, and then came back together and made history all over again.
Yeah.
So, and I feel like that's what makes us untouchable.
Yep. Comedy, politician,
Great point. Great
comedy,
point.
acting, you know what I mean, dancer,
Great
teacher.
point.
You know, so it's you know, what I mean, Rodney hit it on the nail. So that's how it is. Like, you can't say you're a legend and you know what I mean. Come on, the accolades and the work ethic speaks for itself.
That's right.
And you know, I feel like this too. You know, the entertainment game is, you know, it's like the streets, man. It's like the drug game. When you get out of it and you come back in it, it then changed. The mentality of everybody, the way even with fashion and all of that stuff. With us, we never left. We never left. Like, we know what people are doing today. We know the new dances that are out today. Okay. We know the climate of it. We know all of it. You know, our ears are still to the streets. You know, so this is why we can still come back and still do the things we can still do the stuff we were doing when we were young. Yeah. We can still do all of those movements, everything.
The flip still.
Yes, we're 100% confident. Like, I'm telling you.
With the flipping, right? I was definitely doing a flip. It had to be a zero. It ain't gonna be a free show when I'm flipping. Like, no.
But you still got it.
Yeah, we still got it. Yeah, we did. That's easy work. That's easy work. We still.
Y'all still got it.
We're relevant. We're relevant. You know.
Wow. You know, we got to talk about Apollo. Now, when you first went to Apollo, how nervous was the group first going on that stage?
Very nervous. That was our first time.
No, that wasn't.
No, the first time.
As the group.
Oh, as a group.
We were so nervous. We was practicing outside in the street.
Yeah.
And then we went inside and was trying to find some space to rehearse again. So we was like rehearsing all until we got to the stage. And then it kind of worked out for us.
The reason why we're laughing like that is because when we were sitting downstairs, you know, you can hear the stage because the building is so old, it's historical. You can hear the people dancing or moving on the stage, and when they boo somebody, you felt it. You felt it in your bones. But guess what though? We were nervous about that, but not that nervous because you know Philly, we don't like nothing. Right. If you can't make it in Philly, you can't make it nowhere. But when they booed those people at Showtime with the Power, we would look at each other and we would get up and go practice. And Brady would always, come on y'all, let's go over this part. Make sure you go this way. And I think the reason why we did well was because we were nervous. You know, we didn't mess up. I mean, we was locked in because we was like, you know what?
We enjoyed it.
Yeah, this is live, man, and we not getting booed because we wouldn't have been able to go home and sit on our doorstep.
That's right.
And remember when we went to, they were saying something about the music that we had couldn't clear at first.
Oh,
at first,
the music that we rehearsed off, they didn't get the clearance for it. We had to
Right.
send them like a tape. And when we got there, they was like, hey, the music that y'all had, they didn't, the TV station didn't clear it, so y'all might have to pick another song. And then we was like, oh,
That kind of
we
threw
all-
us off too.
discourage you from.
No, not really. Because like I said, because we know how to adapt to different songs.
okay.
But we had that one locked in, huh?
We ended up using it though.
We
right?
did. Remember they wound
Oh, they
up.
gave it back to you?
Yeah, they wound up.
Yeah.
They was because they was waiting on. Because remember, it was like a medley or something, right? And they was waiting on somebody to get back to them to clear it. And like right before, they was like, all right, we had another
All night
song.
going in the studio
Actually,
with
that artist performed. I think whoever it was, I think they performed. That
Probably one of the
hit.
samples.
One of the samples
One of the samples that was in it. You're right, cause it was a sample that was used in it and they were performed, but they cleared it.
They cleared it for us, yeah.
Yeah.
So that was cool too, yeah.
Yeah, I know it was like, wow, we got to change it because you didn't know at first. Like,
Oh, and I mean another thing too, the piggy like Lord Troy, right? Back in the day when we used to dance on Teen Summit,
wow.
and little Troy had this little bus.
Benz, it was a Benz, wasn't it? One of the
I
little
don't know what
Benz.
kind of car. It was
was
little.
little.
It was little.
Like little platform.
A little, yeah. And this is when BET was in DC. And we used to have to get up early, like 6 o'clock Saturday morning. And Lord Troy used to take us to DC, the BET, where we did the Teen Summit. And what was that? Rachel and the other.
Rachel and the
other boy, curly hair boy.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't know Maya. Maya was on there with us, and before she became a singer,
Before she got big?
She was a tap dancer. She was on there tap dancing,
Yeah.
and we was on there as just the dancers. And we used to go, y'all. We used to be on, y'all. We used
Yeah, so it was Prince Dejour and
Yeah.
Ananda.
That's what it
The
was.
one who Prince used to
Yeah.
mess with.
And Ananda, rest in peace.
Ananda, rest in peace. They were the host
They were the host.
of Teen Summit.
Yeah. See, that's what y'all took it back.
We was on
That's
there
what I
with
said.
Outkast when
Yeah.
they first. I actually told Outkast and what's his name? Andre
Big Boy.
3000.
No,
Andre 3000. We was back there and Erykah Badu video came on. He said, man, she is amazing, man. I like that. I said, you like that? He said, yeah, man. I said, man, you can get that. He said, where are you really? I said, yo, you can get that. And look what happened.
Yeah.
They got yes. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. So that was a good show.
Teen Summit. We used to that long ride going up there. Then remember we was then we took the pictures and stuff that y'all probably y'all see the pictures that we took out that joint over
the
there.
old classics, man.
Yeah, classic pictures.
Wow,
yeah, man. So
Oh, shout out to Eddie Herc.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
Eddie Herc was our verse manager.
yeah, Eddie Hurt.
Nonstop.
Oh, so
Yeah.
Eddie was before Hayward.
Yeah.
Eddie Hurt.
Eddie
yeah.
Herc made our shirts.
Yeah, Eddie Hurt made
Eddie
our
Hurt,
shirts.
yeah.
Yeah, wow,
Wow,
yeah.
Eddie
Yeah,
Hurt.
Eddie Hurt. Shout out to Eddie Hurt. Yeah. Oh, then you gotta give a shout out to like Sunny Hill. Remember
Sunny Hill.
Shout out to Sunny
Yeah,
Hill.
basketball.
Basketball, remember Gummy
They used to
Town.
come get us in the school bus, remember?
Yeah, the school bus. Yeah. Me and Rodney gotta play basketball. Me and Rodney be in
They always go there.
I played basketball in Chucks. I ain't no Raymond Chucks.
Wasn't that Jordan Central House? Was it Central House?
No, it was at
Next, come get me tickets.
Cunningham.
It was at the Cunningham Center.
Cunningham Center.
And it was at the Cunningham
Tiff and
Center.
Wiles.
Tiff and Wiles at the Cunningham Center. And then we used to have to sit and listen to them talk. Remember they used to do the talks and to keep us out of trouble.
We need to bring that back.
Yeah, but that's what they need though, because that's what they. And then remember when me and you used to work for Anti-Graffiti. Remember we used to work for Anti-Graffiti with Wilson Good, and then we used to remember they used to have a little talent show thing.
Yes.
And remember me and you used to dance at the that they had over Camden, New Jersey.
New
They had a
Jersey.
little truck that had a stage, and me and Hot Rod used to dance to represent Philly, and it was called Clean Sweeps. Clean Sweeps. And we used to stay at the Temple dorms on Broad and Diamond, and it was in the summertime.
Oh, yeah. Well, listen to the Untouchables, man. The legendary Philly group. I want to thank everybody. My man Brady got an emergency, but I want to thank y'all so much, man, for this. But just one last thing. What is next for the Untouchables?
Well, we got a few dates coming up. next month. Some local stuff. It's local, but
Okay.
we gonna talk about
I'm
that.
still doing comedy, working on some projects with comedy stuff. And me and Terrence are going to do a couple projects together too coming this summer. So we got some big projects coming up.
Well, we got the-
And I'm gonna stay on Hot Ride back so we
Hot
can
Ride on.
so we can get this talent show on.
Yeah.
Get this talent show, you know what I mean, up and running as well.
So if people want to book us, hit us at Untouchables at yahoo.com.
Just like
Runtouchables at yahoo.com.
Thank y'all so much, man. You want to say something, T?
Man, I just want, you know what I mean, thank you for the opportunity, man. to interview
Yes, sir.
with
A
you, man.
vision.
It's been a long time, you know what I mean?
Thank you,
And
thank
for you
you.
taking the opportunity, you know what I mean, for letting us just, sit down and, and tell our stories, tell our truth.
Yeah.
And then hopefully, we can get back, tell a little more,
Yes,
get
sir.
JJ here, OG Strong, get him involved on the next one. And, just trying to, keep doing what we doing, bro.
Keep pushing, keep doing what you're doing. Untouchable, you're still here, you're still going strong. I thank y'all though, I really do, man.
Yeah.
We logging off, it's A-Vision Entertainment, Media
Vision.
Broadcast. I thank y'all so much. Peace.
Peace.
Yo, let's give these boys one shot for the road. Give us some back. Give us some back. Give us some back. Give us some back. You want back? Turn up the music. Come on, shit it up. Turn up the vocals so you can hear this beat right now. To the left. Just one shot. We are back.